Everyone around me was speaking English, but my mouth stayed closed. I understood the words, but my voice did not come out. My heart was beating fast. My hands felt cold. If English makes you feel silent in the UK, this slow English story is for you. I understood English, but I was too afraid to reply in the UK. People spoke to me every day. I understood their words, I understood their questions, but my mouth stayed silent. Inside my head, English was there. Inside my heart, fear was there too. If you understand English but feel scared to reply, this slow English story is for you. This video is for A1 English learners living in the UK who feel pressure, not confidence. When I came to the UK, I felt hopeful. I told myself, I understand English, I will be okay. And yes, I did understand many things. I understood signs. I understood simple conversations. I understood when people asked, "Are you okay?" or "Do you need help?" But replying was different. Replying felt scary. One day a neighbour said, "Good morning." I understood it clearly, but my brain stopped. My heart beat fast. I smiled, but I did not reply. Later, I felt bad. I asked myself, why didn't I say anything? It was easy, but fear does not listen to logic. At shops, I understood the cashier. "Do you want a bag, card or cash? Anything else?" These were simple questions, but my mind became empty. I answered with my eyes. I answered with my smile. Sometimes I nodded, sometimes I said nothing. English was in my ears, not on my tongue. At work, it was harder. People spoke kindly, they included me. They asked questions, I understood them. But replying felt like standing on a stage. What if I say the wrong word? What if my grammar is wrong? What if my accent sounds strange? So I stayed quiet. Silence became my safe place. At lunch breaks, people talked and laughed. I listened. I understood jokes late. Sometimes I laughed after everyone else. I wanted to join, but fear held me back. At home, everything was different. I spoke English alone. I practiced sentences. I felt confident in my room, but outside English felt heavy. Outside English felt fast. Outside English felt dangerous. One evening I felt tired and frustrated. I understood English, so why was I still silent? That night I realized something important. Understanding is not enough. Speaking needs courage. The next day, something small changed. A co-worker asked me a simple question. I understood it. Fear came again, but this time I waited. I breathed slowly. I replied with a short sentence. My English was slow. My grammar was not perfect. But something amazing happened. She understood me. She smiled. She replied normally. Nothing bad happened. No one laughed. No one judged me. No one corrected me harshly. That moment taught me a big lesson. In the UK, people want to understand you, not test you. Perfect English is not required. Fast English is not required. Clear English is enough. Slow English is enough. After that day, I stopped fighting my fear. I accepted it. I spoke slowly. I used simple words. I allowed pauses. Some days were good. Some days were hard. Sometimes I spoke confidently. Sometimes fear came back. But I did not stop. Every sentence was progress. Every reply was a victory. I stopped comparing myself to others. Everyone has a different journey. English is not a race. English is a path. Now, when someone speaks to me, I reply, not perfectly, but honestly, and that is enough. If you understand English but feel afraid to reply in the UK, remember this: you are not weak. You are learning. Your English is growing. Speaking slowly is not a problem. Making mistakes is not a failure. Your voice matters. If this slow English story makes you feel calm and understood, subscribe for daily UK English practice. This channel is for beginners like you, learning step by step without pressure. Thank you for listening. You are learning, and you are not alone. Part 2. When silence started to break. After that small moment at work, something changed inside me. Not suddenly, not magically, but slowly. I did not become confident overnight. Fear was still there. But now I knew one thing clearly. Speaking once did not destroy me. Making a mistake did not end my life. Being slow did not make people angry. That realization stayed with me. The next few days I tried something new. I did not try to speak a lot. I did not try to sound smart. I only tried to be present. When someone said, "Good morning," I replied, "Good morning." My voice was low, but it was real. When someone asked, "How are you?" I said, "I'm okay, a little tired." It was not perfect English, but it was my English. Some people smiled. Some people nodded. Some people continued talking, and I noticed something important. Nobody stopped to judge my grammar. Nobody asked me to repeat because of my accent. Nobody treated me badly. Most people were normal. Some were even encouraging. Still, fear did not disappear. On busy days, English felt heavy again. When many people talked at the same time, my brain felt tired. When someone spoke very fast, I missed words. Sometimes I replied wrong. Sometimes I said yes when I meant no. Those moments were embarrassing. I felt heat on my face. I wanted to go quiet again, but this time I did not punish myself. I told myself, "It's okay, you are learning. Learning a language is not clean or perfect. It is messy. It has mistakes. It has awkward moments, and that is normal." Outside work, life in the UK was still challenging. On buses, people asked questions. At GP clinics, receptionists spoke quickly. On phone calls, English felt the hardest. I hated phone calls. Without faces, without expressions, English felt scary. Sometimes I avoided calls. Sometimes I let them ring. Later, I felt guilty. One day I forced myself to answer a call. My heart was beating loudly, my hand was shaking. I understood only half of the words. I asked, "Sorry, can you say that slowly?" There was silence for 1 second. Then the person slowed down. They repeated calmly, and again nothing bad happened. That day I learned another lesson. Asking for slow English is not rude. It is honest. People cannot help you if you stay silent, but they can help you if you speak. At home, I changed how I practiced. I stopped memorizing long sentences. I practiced short replies, simple phrases, daily English. "I don't understand. Can you repeat, please? I need some time." These sentences became my support. They gave me safety. Slowly, English stopped feeling like an enemy. It started feeling like a tool I was still learning to use. Some days I used it well. Some days I dropped it. But I did not throw it away. I was no longer invisible all the time. Sometimes quiet, yes. Sometimes shy, yes. But not invisible. Part 3. Finding my voice in the UK. Months passed. Not everything became easy, but everything became lighter. English was still there every day, but fear was not always in control. I learned to pause. I learned to breathe. I learned to accept silence without panic. One thing surprised me. The more I spoke, the more people waited. When I spoke slowly, people adjusted. They listened. Some even spoke slower for me. I realized that communication is not one-sided. It is shared. I stopped chasing native accents. I stopped comparing myself to others. Some people learned English faster, some slower. That did not matter. This was my journey. There were still bad days. days when I felt tired, days when English felt heavy again. On those days I reminded myself of how far I had come. I remembered the shop where I could not answer. I remembered the neighbour I could not reply to. And I saw the difference. Now I could answer, slowly, simply, but clearly. English did not make me confident. Trying did. Courage did. Small steps did. Living in the UK taught me something important. You do not need to be loud to exist. You do not need perfect English to be respected. You only need to show up and try. If you are listening to this and you feel silent inside, I want you to know this. You are not behind. You are not weak. You are learning something very brave. Speaking in a new language is courage. Take it slow. Use simple words. Make mistakes. Ask people to repeat. Ask people to slow down. This is your right. One day you will look back and realize something beautiful. You are no longer invisible. You are part of the conversation. If this slow English story helps you feel calm, safe, and understood, stay with this channel. This space is for UK beginners. No pressure, no judgment, only progress. You are learning. Your voice matters. And you are not alone. Part 4. When English became part of my life. One morning I noticed something different. I was getting ready for work and English was playing softly in the background. A slow video, calm voices, simple words. I was not forcing myself to listen. It was just there. And that moment made me smile. English was no longer only fear. It was becoming familiar. On the way to work I stood at the bus stop. A woman next to me smiled and said something about the weather. Normally I would just smile and stay quiet, but this time I answered, slowly. Yes, it is very cold today. My sentence was simple, but it was enough. She nodded and smiled back. The conversation ended there. Short, simple, safe. That small exchange stayed in my mind the whole day. It reminded me how far I had come. Before, even one sentence felt impossible. Now, one sentence felt natural. At work, English became part of my routine. I still did not speak fast. I still needed time to think. But I was no longer afraid of opening my mouth. I asked questions when I did not understand. I said sorry when I made mistakes. And people responded normally. Life continued. I started noticing something else too. People were not perfect either. Native speakers forgot words. They corrected themselves. They misunderstood each other. English was not perfect even for them. That realization was powerful. I was not the only one learning. Everyone was just communicating in their own way. There were moments when I still felt tired. Long meetings, busy days, loud places. On those days, my English felt weaker, but I learned to be kind to myself. Learning does not move in a straight line. Some days you go forward, some days you stay in the same place, and that is okay. Slow English became my comfort. When English is slow, your mind feels safe. When your mind feels safe, words come out more easily. I stopped pushing myself to speak more than I could. I spoke only what I could handle. One evening, a new co-worker joined our team. She looked nervous, quiet. She listened more than she spoke. I saw myself in her. When she struggled to speak, people waited. I waited too, and I smiled. In that moment I understood something deeply. I was no longer the most scared person in the room. Helping others made me realize my growth. I was not just surviving in English anymore. I was living with it. Outside work, I started enjoying small conversations, saying thank you at shops, asking simple questions, answering neighbours. These small moments built confidence quietly. No big success, just steady progress. I stopped feeling invisible, not because my English became perfect, but because my fear became smaller. English became a part of my life, not a test I had to pass. If you are listening to this and you still feel fear, please remember this. One day you will speak without planning. One day you will answer without panic. One day English will feel like a normal part of your day. That day comes slowly, but it comes. Take your time. Speak slowly. Be proud of every small sentence. You are doing something brave. This channel is a safe place for you, a place for calm English, a place for learning without pressure. Stay with us. You are learning. You are growing, and you are not invisible anymore.